Welcome back to Cataclismo. We have moved on to the third mission, and I've already played it this time, so I know how the mission works. So we're going to spend less time with me sort of fumbling around, and more time cutting to the chase and having some fun. So let's jump into here. This is A Fearful Frontier. And this is the first mission where we're really learning how to build fortifications and defend a community from the horrors. The last two missions were very like, let's walk you through and hold your hand. This is more like the real thing.
Another one? We've been finding these everywhere, Overseer. The region is lousy with them.
Brute nests. This is not ideal. The expedition needs this land as a springboard to move on. But the pupae in these brute nests will emerge as adult horrors, and soon.
That's interesting. And somewhat repulsive.
Every beast must breed, Harold. It is only our bad luck that horrors do it so quickly. This nest. Let us take it down while we can.
Okay, so they're going to do that automatically. So when you attack a brood nest, it spawns a bunch of enemies to try to defend it. And this time I'm actually doing it from on top of a wall. Most of the brood nests I fight, I'm going to have to do it from the ground.
These little nurseries aren't so tough.
You won't be boasting when a swarm approaches. Any nested passes will burst open
And add their numbers to the swarm. Guys, we need to work fast.
Okay, so you can see we've got multiple objectives here. One is to defend the citadel. Let's pause so we're not losing any time. The other is to destroy the brood nests, and there are 5 of them. The first time I played through this, I managed to defend the citadel, and I won the mission, but I didn't get all the brood nests, and that made the final battle harder to beat, and also I didn't get credit for it. I think there's rewards that come at the end of a mission based on how many of the optional objectives you got done. So this time, we're going to get all of these optional objectives. So let's unpause, and we've got a little bit of time here before the next thing happens.
All the same, Overseer, we can't neglect our plans to build this new settlement.
You're right. Start gathering wood and stone, Harold.
So gathering wood is easy. Oh, here we go, tutorial. We'll skip through this. This is talking to us about settlement prosperity. That there is this progress to prosperity up here, and each time we sort of level up, it unlocks new options for us. So here, this wants me to build a barracks and collect 50 points. I'm actually not sure where points come from. That just sort of happened automatically as I was playing before. So gathering wood is going to be easy. Gathering stone is it's going to require us to come up here. So first, we'll grab those little repositories of resources.
We will prevail.
We'll come up here. Oh.
That ancient beacon, it's been corrupted by the Pálido. We cannot build with this thing nearby.
So yeah, so we got to take this thing out, and this is where we're going to need to build our stone gatherers.
Masks on.
Those things belong in a nightmare. We can build safely now that it's gone.
Yeah, because you can see that sort of the pink veins that were all over the ground are gone now.
Masks on.
So this is a place where we can now build some stone gatherers. So we've obtained all of our salvage. Let's actually build a route down to our base. Though actually, well, I'll show you. Basically, this looks like it's the best route down to our base from this ledge, and that this is the way that our stone gatherers should go. But it's still actually shorter for them to go this way for some reason. I think just all these twists and turns make it complicated for them. So even when you build this ramp, they still go down this way, unless you block this way completely off, which maybe I'll try to do this time. Anyway, let's bring our folks down here.
Ogar.
And let's start building up our industry. So we will do some resource gathering. Oh, we can't build a quarry until we have more people. Okay, so let's start with just a sawmill. So we'll stick a sawmill over here. let that build a little bit. And then we'll also build some shacks. Now, to build a community the size that this one is going to end up needing to be takes a lot. It takes a lot of shacks and it takes a lot of oxygen. So this is going to be a little bit of a challenge. But let's see here. Let's build a nice little handful of houses with the main purpose of being able to build a 5th house on top of them, which gives us a little bit more height, which means that we'll be able to build a really efficient oxygen producer without having to build too much of a stone tower underneath it. So if we look at our oxygen producer here, so basically an oxygen producer makes more and more oxygen the higher you place it. So if you put it on the ground, it won't do anything at all. If you put it 1 story up,
Oxygen is dwindling.
It'll do a lot less oxygen than you want. You have to put it 5 levels up in order to get maximum oxygen. So I think I need to point it in a direction where I can get a staircase leading all the way down. I'll put it there. And then we will build ourselves a staircase that makes it all the way down to the ground. And we're also similarly going to need to build a way to get to this house. So we'll now do some stairs. There, now that's connected up. We'll put some stairs on this one. Oh, I can't build there. Oh, there's something in the way. Interesting. Okay. Well, maybe I can go that way. And that way. There. Now the oxygen's connected up. So let's look at our resources. We're now producing some wood. We're now producing some oxygen. We're 42 wood a minute, 130 oxygen a minute. We're not producing any stone. But we've now got 20 people, whereas before we had just a couple. So let's use those people. Let's put them to work making more wood. And producing stone from the quarry. Oh, but I want to put this as close to the quarry as I can, but we need to have a beacon here to spread out our area. So I'll put the beacon there where that old evil beacon was. And then we'll place a quarry over here where we can start gathering stone. And this is going to be important because we're about to spend a bunch of our stone fortifying. As you can see, the timer is creeping up on us here. Once we get into this red zone, the enemy is almost on their way, and we're going to need to build some fortifications.
Low oxygen production.
Low oxygen production? Oh, that's right. So each thing you build that you complete building does cost oxygen. We're at 65 a minute right now, and once we build the quarry, that's going to be minus 45 a minute. That's going to get us pretty low. So let's get this producing maximum stone and minerals. But once that finishes, our oxygen is going to be pretty badly depleted. So even though we need our stone for building up our fortress over there, I think it might be worth using a little bit more stone to build another oxygen producer. Now, these oxygen producers, they've got an area around them that is 3. Basically, it's 3 tiles in every direction. So you have to have a gap of 6 tiles between any pair of oxygen producers. So let's see, how cheaply can I make something tall? So if I tried to build a tall tower for another oxygen producer, let's pause for a second, that used only these, it would be 10 stone per layer times 5, that'd be 50 stone. If I use these, then that is, let's see here, that would be, it's 24 for the first layer, and then 20, so that's 44. And so compared to 50, 44 is a little bit cheaper. So I'm going to go for it. Let's build another tower. And so so with this oxygen tower, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then over here, we could build another tower. Interestingly, the height of the terrain is irrelevant to the height of the oxygen producer. All that matters is how many basically man-made layers you've put beneath the oxygen filter. So here you can see their two areas are lined up next to each other perfectly. If I went any closer, they wouldn't work. If I went much further away, would be wasting some space. So this is sort of the perfect spacing for them. So let's figure out how to stack this up really nicely. And then put some stairs on. And you're going to sort of like end up with sort of like a way you always do this. The more you do this, the more you're going to be like, oh yeah, I got to build one of these again. So yeah, we're making just a little bit of oxygen right now. This is an untenable amount of oxygen. So we're going to have to get that higher. So right now we're at 20 a minute, but this is going to make another 180 a minute. But now we are getting very, very close to when the enemy attacks. Luckily, what matters to time is what time matters to is resource production. Like, the use of resources to build things, particularly to build fortifications, it's instantaneous. So basically, I could spend all of my time just watching these guys smack a rock for a while until they carry a bunch of stone back down to the citadel. And then right at the last second before the enemy attacks, I could spend all of the stone to build up my fortifications. So we'll just let it run for a little bit. At least until we get into the red zone. And when we get into the red zone, we'll start building fortifications. Now, spoilers, there are 3 nights, and each night enemies attack from an additional direction. So tonight, they're only going to attack from this direction, from the north. Then the next night, they will also attack from the west. And then the next night, they will also attack from the south. So by the time we get to the 3rd night, we'll need to have fortifications in every single direction. Okay, we're getting very close, but our stone is also ticking up. I can speed it up a little bit.
The night is nearly here.
Okay, so I'm going to let these stone gatherers get down to the citadel, and then we're going to build our wall. 41 and 156. Okay, let's pause. And let's have a look at this wall. So our strategy is going to be to basically try to replicate something like this on the other side. This includes a spiral staircase going all the way up to the top. We don't really need 2 of those. Once we have 1 spiral staircase, they can just use it to get up to both sides. And since we have limited stone, I'll probably try to build sort of a cheap version of the left turret, or the left tower. And then another thing I'd also like to do is build up this wall. Now, those gatherers did actually take this staircase over here, which surprised me. In some of my previous games, they kept coming down this way and going through here. Maybe I just screwed up the staircase. I don't know. But in any case, I don't think we actually need to have a gate over here. I think we could just build a solid wall on this side, and that would be enough. All right, so let's do some building. Oh, wait, before we do, I forgot. This guy. I'm moving him up on top of the wall here.
I've got this.
So that he can see the area around him. I forgot that you actually have to have line of sight on any place that you're building. Okay, so here we are. This is sort of the cheap version of this. You can see I went with a thinner wall, some wood support, some wood platforms, and I just built a bare wall over here. There's no room for defenders. I just didn't have the stone. I got down to 4 stone, and there was just nothing I can
Where
do.
to? Doing it.
So,
Post me high.
let's post
We are
our
needed. Good.
defenders.
Yeah, I'm ready.
That's the other thing that takes time. Resource gathering takes time, and moving troops around takes time. So you have to make sure you've got time for that. The night is approaching, but because the building was instantaneous, I think we're ready. Though actually, one last thing. We do have a lot of wood, which means we can build traps outside. So while they are charging at the wall, traps are expensive when it comes to wood, but while they're charging at the wall, we can have them to basically take damage from running over these traps. All right, now we're ready. You know, we can just skip to the next wave.
The horrors are coming.
Here they come. One thing I've been doing, you notice that they just shot 3 arrows at once. That's from me unlocking skills in the skill book between missions.
Overseer, look. Reinforcements from Ciudad Hogar.
The order avails.
They weren't expecting me to have built a building right there when they planned that cutscene. All right, so now we need to figure out what we're doing next. So we've got some workable fortifications over here. I think. I think we'll probably want to improve them a little bit next time. We've got people working away, mining us some stone. But the main thing we're going to want is the ability to build a warehouse next to that stone quarry so that
We will prevail.
we can get it much faster. Right now they have to walk all the way down to the citadel to bring the stone in, and that is way slowing down the rate at which we're creating stone. And so we need to make that happen much, much faster. That means we need prosperity, and that means we need a barracks. So, because prosperity is, I think, how we're going to unlock the next layer of buildings, which includes the warehouse. So let's have a look at the barracks. So the barracks costs just wood and people, and we have got wood and people. So we'll put the barracks right there. Wait, does it have a... Where's the entrance? We'll put the barracks here with the entrance facing forward. So we're going to build that. That's going to give us the ability to build a warehouse. In the meantime...
We will prevail.
Okay, we need... If we want to stand up on this thing, we're going to need to place some stairs. Can we get stairs over there? Signs point to yes. Okay, we can put stairs there. So let's
Good.
move up here. And we've got 2 more brood nests here to take out. I think we can handle this group with just these folks, but we're going to have to start recruiting more soldiers pretty soon. You can see they're damaging our little ruined tower foundation here. Okay, we'll take out as many of these guys as we can. And then we'll advance on the nests. Okay, it looks like we actually can reach the nest. And I think if we take out the nest, I think these other guys are going to take the hint and come after us. If they don't, we'll have to advance on them. Luckily, we do have a couple of these close range guys, which will be good for that. Now, these guys are not taking the hint, so we're going to have to advance on them. Okay, nest destroyed.
Masks on.
Let's get closer.
Yes.
We're
That's
under
right.
attack.
For Ogar.
All right, that looks like a bundle of
We
wood.
will prevail.
Let's not grab that quite yet,
Masks on.
because we've already got plenty of wood. All right, so we are ready to unlock level 2 of prosperity. Oh, and that still takes some time. I should have been watching that more closely.
We will prevail.
So we're ready to start building over here, and we've just collected enough stone to do something. I don't know if it's as much stone as we want, and we do have a little bit of time before we have to commit. So as soon as this is done, we can build our warehouse. Though actually, our warehouse is going to require some citizens, isn't it? And it'll definitely require some oxygen. So let's build ourselves another little apartment complex. Okay, I've run myself completely out of wood without having built my second oxygen producer, so we can just do that in a second. Yeah, I measured it out, so these two should still be able to work right next to each other. And now we've collected more wood, so I can build out this last bit here.
We harden as we prosper. Each advancement brings us closer to defeating the horrors.
Okay, so now this is telling me about how I can build new buildings, like a masonry
Our
guild.
quarry is up and running now. If we had a warehouse close to it.
Okay, yeah, so this is teaching me about warehouses. And actually, I might have misremembered. It could easily be that I didn't need the prosperity boost to build a warehouse. The prosperity boost might have been entirely about the masonry guild. So now that they've told me I can build a warehouse, let's build a warehouse. Here it is. So basically, I want to build this warehouse. I mean, the warehouse will increase my capacity for all these resources, but if I put it just right next to the stone quarry, right now we're making 21 a minute.
We're under attack.
I'm betting that'll go pretty fast. Wait, where are we under attack? What's going on? Oh, right. I forgot. They make these tiny little forays during the day sometimes, so you can't just leave your buildings completely undefended. So let's bring a couple of guys up here.
Let's go already.
Now, we're running a little bit low on time. How much oxygen we're making? 185 a minute. Oh, but one... Oh, ha 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 ha. I didn't complete this staircase. So we are actually able to make more than that. There we go. We're making 365 a minute. That's more. So we're going to definitely need a bigger army for tomorrow night. So let's go and see what we can afford to do here. So we've got 365. Let's just build a lot more of...
Not enough wood.
Oh, we don't have enough wood. Okay, well, let's collect a little bit more wood then. So these guys... So I think they both require 60 wood. These guys, they're much better at close range. They're really good at taking on large hordes. But they require more minerals, and they cost 2 people apiece.
Not enough wood.
Yeah, so, okay, I just need to let the wood come in.
Go low and throw.
And then tonight, when it's time... Oh, actually, if we want to build really well over here, I think we might need to build a new beacon out here. So, yeah, see, we can't actually build out... We could build a defense right up here. That might actually be cheaper. I think it's cooler to build this tower up. So let's place a beacon here. That takes some time. And then we will also see how many little defenders we can make. That's another thing. Recruiting soldiers also takes time. Now, while we are sort of waiting, let's see if we can improve this fortification just a little bit. So let's have him destroy this little built-in bit here. If you didn't build something, you can't just
production.
You can't just delete it. You have to actually have somebody destroy it. And so now I think I can use that to sort of build a little connection here between this wall. Actually, that's not where it goes. Between this wall and that wall. So actually, let's delete that. That wasn't necessary. And so now we can have people sort of move across between these two walls. And, of course, if we want to have people actually stand behind Merlins up here, we're going to need to pull a little magic trick, which is to delete some of the wall. Actually, I deleted more than I intended to. Delete some of the wall, and then place a couple of supports. And then we can use some of our cheaper wood pieces to build a little... Oh, out of sight. Haha, this guy has to be standing closer.
On it.
Okay, now that the guy's standing there, we can build that. And then we can build Merlins across here. And people can stand behind the Merlins. And one thing that also is worth noting is these banners, characters can walk past them. So you can put one here and stand a guy on either side, and it'll still work. All right, there we go. So now we've got a much more complete defense over here. Oh, good. And our defenders are working, doing their jobs. And now we've got a beacon over here, which means we can build a tower on this side. Okay, that was not the greatest thing I've ever built. In my previous session, I think I managed to gather a little bit more stone a little bit faster before I committed to this. But this should work anyway. It should be good enough. You see, we're already gathering a little bit more stone. A few tips, by the way. If you do the math on the cost of these pieces, you'll find that the bigger pieces you use, the bigger chunks you build with, the cheaper everything is. So when I was, when I decided to do things like, delete some of the big chunky pieces here in order to make little supports pop out, in order to hold up the wooden platforms, that was more expensive than just having the big chunky solid wall. If you plan ahead and you know exactly what you're building, and you're not just sort of like improvising on the fly like I was, you can do a much more efficient job of building this stuff. Another thing that I've heard you should think about is surface area. Like basically if you put a long, wide, flat piece on the ground, then the horrors can cluster around it and do a lot more damage to it. Whereas tall pieces, or maybe, long flat pieces that are pointed inwards, you can't have as many horrors gathered around them, which means they're slower to kill. I was going cheap and efficient this time around, so I wasn't trying to use any of those techniques, but it's worth thinking about. That basically, your best friends are these longer, larger pieces if you can plan around them. So now the question is, how are we going to divide up our defenders? Now, can we afford to build some new ones? Let's grab another one of these guys.
The night is nearly here.
Okay, so let's
Makes sense.
put roughly the same
Post me
defenders up
Right
here
away.
that we had last time.
Huh?
I'm on it.
And then this is going to get attacked by some tougher enemies. So
the
let's
shines for Ogar.
grab
Yep.
some folks
On it.
and line them up here. Oh, wait, oh, they can't get there. Why? Oh, because I forgot to finish my staircase. Of course. It's always one little piece that I forget. There we go. That'll work. Has this guy figured out how to get there? Yes, he has. Okay, so now actually we're collecting stone much faster. Notice, look. We're now collecting 200 stone a minute. We were at 20 stone a minute. Now we're at 200 stone a minute. So placing that warehouse made a massive difference to our economy. This is why I was able to build a bigger tower last time. It's because I actually waited longer and got my entire economy up and running. All right, so let's... I mean, this is just for show. They can't actually use that. But whatever, it's fine. It's fine. Actually, yeah, let's, you know what, let's be even weirder. Let's knock out that piece. Let's make this expensive. And put this guy right there. I think that doesn't block that route. In fact, if we wanted to be even fancier, we could do that. Basically, what I'm trying to do here is connect up this. So, oh, actually, you know what I could do? So, I have not unlocked the better wood pieces yet, but I have unlocked the better stone pieces, including these two-way connectors. So I can place that right there, and now that unites all of these platforms in the least efficient way possible. There's definitely a better way to plan this. Actually, one thing that I did the last time I built this tower was I used a spiral staircase to get up to the top. That was way, way better than this nonsense that I'm doing here. But whatever. I'm having fun. Building weird towers is part of what makes this game fun. So now... So I don't know if the horrors are going to come up this way at all, because they tend to go for wherever your gate is. And so I think that by placing the gate here, I've basically ensured that the horrors are going to gather on this side, and that I can sort of, you know, rain fire down on them from above.
Uh-huh.
Let's bring this guy up.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Let's just sort of maximize
Yeah.
how many of these guys are well placed to take on these horrors. And
Doing it.
that guy there. And then we can place one of those banners
Oxygen is dwindling.
here to make some of these guys more effective. So yeah, this is not the best fort I've ever made. But it'll do. It'll do. It's fine. Okay, oxygen is dwindling. Ooh, we've built enough troops that now each soldier sucks some oxygen. So let's put this guy up
Right
here.
away.
We need to very quickly get our oxygen going before things get ugly.
How facile.
So these are trappers, by the way. They're good at slowing enemies down. They're, you know, they're less important during sieges, but they're very important.
Lower
Which one did I already grab? They're very important when you're on foot
Please.
fighting enemies, because basically the walls are really good at delaying enemies and giving you time to kill them. When you're operating without walls, you need the trappers to delay enemies and give you time to kill them. Okay, so we're gonna need more oxygen production. So let's go into build mode again. And actually, we're low on people again too. So let's go into build mode again and make this happen. Okay, this will at least stem the bleeding from our oxygen here. Oop. I actually ran out of wood while I was building this, and so I had to wait just a little bit longer.
Low oxygen production.
A building lacks a path. Oh, this one back here. Oh, it lacks a path. Oh, right. It's blocked off by this. Oh, interesting. Okay. It looks like I might have to... What might I have to do? Now, can I... Now, what if I built a staircase up to a little corner on the other staircase? Okay, that works. That works. Awesome. Yeah, characters can move diagonally across platforms. And so that means, like, from like, two corner touching platforms, characters can navigate that. So you can do some really complicated staircases that rely on that idea. Okay, so we're still making 85 oxygen a minute. We're doing okay. We're definitely going to need a lot more to build our next fortress.
The horrors are coming.
So here comes the night. Hopefully these guys are enough over here. But now we've got a new enemy. These guys are tougher, bigger, and they come in the same kind of huge numbers. So that's why I was worrying about this spot and hoping... Okay, so these guys are actually going for the other wall. So I'm going to need to bring somebody over. Do I have any leftover troops that I didn't? No, I guess not. Actually, do I have any room to recruit some more troops? My military limit, I'm not to it yet. But I'm nervous of building too many guys. So I don't know if they'll come, if those guys will come fast enough to come during the battle. So I'm going to move this guy over here. So that he can knock those guys out. Okay, we're doing enough damage over here. So let's move another guy.
We're under attack.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Come here. I think. Oh crap! They took the wall down. No. Okay, that wasn't supposed to happen. All right, but we still made it. Whew, we're gonna have to rebuild that wall, obviously. Maybe we'll do a better job next time. All right, so we've got one more night to survive, plus we have to take down the rest of the brood nests. So first thing we'll do
a solid plan.
is repair this wall, and we're going to leave a minimal group of people behind to defend both walls and take as many folks as we can out into the world to destroy the remaining brood nests. Okay, so one problem we had was we didn't build any merlins atop this wall. Building merlins on top of a wall makes the wall more powerful. Oh, was that a gap the whole time? I wonder if that's why they went this way. Huh, interesting. So actually, since we are a lot richer when it comes to stone these days, you know what we could do? We could just try to improve this entire structure, make it a little bit tougher. But actually, the main thing that I think we probably need to do is just make sure that there's room to build merlins here and stand behind them. So that will probably involve what? I'll figure this out. All right. So this is, again, not my best work. But the problem is, when I'm playing this by myself, I spend so much time doing and redoing everything until it's just perfect, and I'm really, really proud of it. When I'm doing this for an episode, I just don't want to spend that much time. Even sped up, you know, I think this could look very, very elaborate if I really put all the effort into building them up and pushing it down. Regardless, this thing is now a much stronger wall. You can hold out against the enemies for much longer, and I think that's going to be fine. Though actually, one more thing. Maybe I could... No, stop it. Stop being a nerd. Okay, so that's that building. But what we actually need to do is, well, okay, let's bring our leader with us.
What? Right.
Let's keep
Post me high.
a long-range person and a short-range
Right.
person over here.
Yes?
Let's bring everybody
Yeah.
else we can.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And then
What?
let's bring these guys. And then who can we afford to lose over here? Let's definitely bring the trappers with us.
Okay. Righto.
Yeah.
Let's bring another one
I've
of
got
these
this.
guys.
Let's go.
These guys.
Post
more
me
of
high.
These guys. So I think just 2 guys on each wall is probably enough to keep things going. We are making so little oxygen right now. Okay.
It's me. Right.
So I think if we're going to make progress, we're going to need to have more oxygen in this. Everything you do requires oxygen. So I think we still got 20 citizens. And actually, let's see. So oh yeah, see, so these improvements that we can make to make our soldiers tougher, they all require tons and tons of oxygen. So having slow oxygen production is going to be a serious problem. So I think that I should just basically build some oxygen towers here in the back. So let's Let's do that real fast. Okay, that's going to give us a nice big pile of oxygen. So let's take our little army
Eyes
over here,
open. Good.
and let's explore in this direction. So what we got over here is a little tiny bridge across the mist. So we can't go down into the mist, so we're going to have to find a way across this bridge and then across this gap here. That's going to be the tough bit, and to do that, we're going to need to have some beacons. So let's build that beacon right there. Now we can
Masks on.
bring everybody up here, and I think they can fire down at this stuff. But if we want to go gather any of those resources, we're going to have to build a bridge. This beacon is building up here. Okay. Let's build another beacon over here. Can't build any closer yet. Okay, we can't reach these guys. Can we still build? We can't. Oh, wait. That was just not enough space. Let's see. Okay, we can build, but not on this side. Oh, no, we can't. Oh, we can. Just barely, but... This is going to get problematic as soon as they start attacking it. So we're going to need to kill them real fast. Oh, and we can't build right there. Okay. Let's advance these guys real fast. Oh, wait. Oh, we need to build some stairs for them. Right there. All right.
Yeah? Yeah.
Okay, there we go. That's the rest of the horrors. Let's go over here and grab all this equipment. Though actually... Oh, I think we're wasting this stuff.
Good.
Yeah, we're wasting this stuff because our stuff's already full. Okay, whatever, that's fine. So, yeah, so next turn, the horrors are going to attack from here, but not just from here. They're also going to attack from the other end of the map. So we're going to have to go take care of that as fast as we can. We're running out of time. Okay, we do have 2 nights left. Okay, I think I might have misremembered how many attacks we had to deal with.
That's right.
Still though, we've had some horrors hitting around here for a
We will
while.
prevail.
So we should take care of them real fast. Well, actually, I feel like I should take a little break from that right now and build some defenses up here because we've got so much stone. Like we should spend some time collecting more stone, which means I need to spend the stone that I've got to make room. So let's do that. Okay, I think this is a serviceable fort. What I've tried to create here is a kill box where I've got windows on this side, windows on that side, and Merlin's up above. And so anything that gathers in here to attack my gate is just going to be attacked on all sides. So hopefully that'll be good. And now I've used enough stone that we can keep gathering more. So now let's
Go low. Good. Let's go. Good.
Where to?
move our
Yeah.
people up on these guys.
Yeah. Okay.
We are needed.
And now that we've done that, I think we are going to need another beacon. Or are we? Wait, can we just... Maybe we can just build here. Hold on a second. Oh yeah, now we can just build that bridge. All right, let's keep going.
Good. We will prevail.
It's getting close to attack time.
That's right.
I'm on.
All right, we've got limited time. I hope we can get everybody back in time.
We will prevail. We will prevail.
While we're working on this, let's trigger a couple of our troop upgrades. This one increases damage per... Oh yeah, you can't see it because I'm over here. But this one increases damage per hit from bowmen. This one increases the maximum health of my lobber units. This one improves range and line of sight. And that's all I can afford. So that's what we'll do.
Eyes open.
Okay, we're getting
Masks
dangerously
on.
close to the attack. I think I might need to retreat for now.
For Ogar.
Oh, I'm right here, though. I'm right here.
Yes. Masks on.
Everybody hit that as hard as you can. Okay, that's all the brood nests. Now, everybody get back to defending your stuff.
Yes.
I'm hoping we're not going to get attacked on this side today, but I can't promise it. Let's move everybody up and let's see where the horrors are going to be. At least we won't be attacked from here in the immediate future. Oh, let's increase our military capacity. I guess while we're at it, maybe we should try to build our, wait, air trader? What's... Oh, exchanging oxygen for other resources. Huh, interesting. Okay, I need 18 people if I'm to build a masonry guild.
The knight is nearly here.
Okay, yes, we are being attacked from this side. One thing I'm not sure of is whether we're going to be attacked down this way. And I'm thinking that we should just cut off that possibility by breaking that bridge again. So yeah, we are going to be attacked from three sides, so we're going to need to distribute our troops accordingly. Let's bring her up here.
Yes?
Let's have
Doing it.
some...
Where to?
Distribute these... Last time I didn't really need the long-range guys over here. It was mostly short-range guys I needed. So let's bring the long-ranged guys
Right away.
up there.
Yeah?
Let's send a trapper to each spot.
Easily.
Though I don't know what a difference they're going to necessarily make to this.
Yeah.
Huh?
Let's bring another guy up here. Now, do we have time? So we can't train more troops because I'm still researching the expansion of my military capabilities. And actually, while we're at it, while we have still a little bit of time left before the attack, let's build another apartment complex. We've got plenty of oxygen right now, so I'm not going to worry about oxygen. Let's just build some shacks. Nice little foundation there. Let's get room for a few more humans. Not as worried about being efficient now that I'm making all of the stone in the world. I could build anything out of stone now. Everybody got a door that works? These guys might. Let's just be extra safe. There we go. Alright, who's left?
Uh-huh.
Let's put a trap guy up here. Let's put another one of those guys there. Okay, and now let's fill out our little kill box. Let's put a lobber there.
I'm ready.
Let's put a lobber. Now, it's hard sometimes to, like, get inside these places and put people inside the windows.
Right.
But now we've got lobbers all over our little kill box. So hopefully this will be enough to drive these enemies off. We did just expand our military capacity. Can we do it again? I think we can afford to do it again. And so let's grab ourselves a few reinforcements. That's going to cost us some oxygen, but we've built up a ton, so we should be okay. And I think that's about as well as we can do right now. So let's skip to the attack.
The dark night begins.
All right, I think this area up here is going to be fine. Actually, I reduced the garrison up here. I don't have another lobber up here, so that might actually get a little dicey. This spot, though, okay, yeah, we do have guys coming up both sides, and they are attacking in both directions. Okay, this place is undermanned. Let's see what I can do. Maybe we should just bring her up here. So I'll bring her up there.
Prevail.
Let's move at least one of
Makes
these lobbers
sense.
over here. Start dumping stuff on those guys. Hopefully this time, because I've got Merlins on top of this wall will last longer. That's still not great. Oh, we got more of these guys too. And they're attacking the front of the wall. They're not getting into my murder box. Now, real quick, let's make sure nothing's attacking this way. It looks like no. They didn't find a way to do that. And, of course, yes, we did actually get a hole in this wall. Well, I guess I should spend time on better walls, because that is not what happened last time. All right,
Post
cool.
me high, on my way.
Hey, Lobber, let's, can I retreat with you a little bit, or are you just dead? Oh, he's dead. Okay, cool. Okay, well, it looks like it cost them most of their dudes to get through that wall, so could have gone worse. Oh, we do not have enough guys defending that end. Okay, so it looks like I've been assuming from my past experience, that the enemies... Oh, okay, oh, you know what? Yeah, we didn't have good enough... Oh, wow, these guys are... Yeah, these guys are going nuts. I did not have enough lobbers here. Luckily, I think we've got this taken care of. I don't... Unless they're about to knock the wall... Oh, this part of the wall is about to go.
It's done.
Okay.
I don't believe it, Overseer. We just founded the first town outside Ogar in years.
We did it. Okay. That was the last night. and we did destroy all the brood nests, and we did get greater prosperity. So we did everything we were supposed to do. It's funny, like, when I played this on my own, I spent so much more time on each building. I was extremely meticulous, and it did actually, I did perform better, but this was enough. As far as the game's concerned, I did what I was supposed to do. So there we go. Complete. Now, last time, when I did this, I ended up with more skill points. I ended up unlocking some new missions. Now, that didn't happen because that was just a replay. But anyway, I hope that you got a sense for what this game can really be like. Like, as I was sort of rushing that. I wasn't being very meticulous, and things got scary. They got really, really dicey, and I had a lot of trouble pulling that off. So, you know, this game is challenging, it's fun, and it's got just all of the creativity and just sort of the artistic investment in what you're building that I get from Timberborn, but now it's fighting instead of flooding. And so, I don't know, this just, you know, as a big Timberborn fan, I feel like this is the game that I sort of wanted next, was a game where I can use some of the same sort of like geometric, you know, skill and artistry to build something that has to withstand a siege. So maybe this, you know, better than my last two episodes, maybe this gave you an idea of the kind of experience this is. And if this is your kind of thing, I would definitely check it out. So I'm going to go edit this so that you don't have to actually spend 9 years watching me build each of those castle walls. And you can just sort of see it happen in rapid fire. And then, you know, you can come check this game out yourself. And you can then be, you know, meticulous and spend hours building your castle. There's a subscribe button. Here is links to other videos, and if I come back and do more Cataclismo, that will go there. But I might just leave the rest of this up to you to check out on your own.